All right, all right, all right. Transparency in the chair, let me tell you, has nothing to do with hair, but stories that derive from the chair.
My name is Rae. My co-pilot is Kay. We are two hairstylists with over 50 years of combined industry experience, ownership, platform artistry, salon education, and mentorship. We are both two sages that have stories to tell.
All right, and you know how juicy it can get. It could be any chair. Think about any chair that you sit on. There's a story in the chair.
With authentic and transparent moments, we are bringing you the juice to you, along with our perspectives, of course.
This is what we're bringing to you every week with confidence and knowledge and nuggets that you will leave this podcast with so much inner feelingness, so much knowledge, so much power, empowerment. So tune in every week and we're going to drop the nuggets on you with special guests from time to time. So don't miss out. Join in to Transparency in the Chair.
Sister. Ooh, it's looking like girls' night.
Girls night is always a good
It's
time.
always.
Yes.
Good to see you.
You know, it's always a pleasure.
Yes, it is.
It's always a pleasure because we always got something good to talk
I
about.
always got something good to talk about.
And we got some good people
Yes.
joining us today
Yes, we do.
as well.
Yes, we do.
And-
Ladies and gentlemen, this is part 2 and 3
Yes.
of our dating series, Dating in the Third Chapter. And today we have two wonderful, fabulous women queens. We have Katina. Katina is one of my clients for many years. Many years. And she is multifaceted, of course, a business owner of Crown Couture. She retails her clothing. She always has been a snazzy dresser, and she decided to share her looks to the world. So welcome, Katina. And we also have the incomparable,
Oh, thank you so much.
the fabulous,
Such a college word.
my SAT words. Dr. Sam, you guys have seen her before on our podcast. She has returned to give us her expertise. Dr. Sam, welcome back. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
And oh Lord, we got some stuff to unpack, guys. We are talking about dating in the third quarter from a woman, a queen's perspective, and we have the therapist on deck to direct us. And then the second half will be from a therapist, being a therapist in this dating world as she therapizes. Is that a word? I've heard that.
You know what? Yeah,
It sounds good. I
it
don't know.
sounds real good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll go with it.
You like it? You like it?
We'll add it to the dictionary.
We will.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
put it in the Urban
Yeah,
Dictionary.
yeah.
We're gonna keep
As
it.
she
I like it.
therapizes people as
Right.
they're dating. So I think we are on for some very nice things.
I'm just saying, I just found out yesterday what the hell this was.
No, see, and it's the
Because-
index finger.
Oh, this.
Yeah, because this means something else.
I watched the stories. So they was doing all the damn soap opera. I was
Oh,
like,
what?
Yes. I'm like, okay. And then I seen it on Instagram. I'm like, what
That's
is
cool,
this?
though.
Who came up with this foolery?
Yeah.
Give me the tea. Why didn't they say,
Right,
We
like
can
you
start
drink.
it. Let's
yeah,
start
like I'm
it.
a drinker now. I'm sipping on
Let's
some
start
tea
that
now.
trend.
Maybe it can be the mature tea.
We
Yeah,
can do the maturity
yeah.
trend. I like
Right.
it.
You like that? You don't feel
We
right?
gonna figure it out.
This feel better?
Is this one or this one?
This one.
I forgot what this one is. It does mean something different because my girl,
Right.
they had to break it down for me.
What?
I'm going to look it up. Anyway.
I hate decoding. I hate the decoding,
Yeah.
you know?
That's different.
But
Anyway.
yes, girl, listen.
Yeah.
It's a pandemic in dating.
Yeah, and it's ghetto out there in these streets, I heard.
It's pandemic. I mean, sorry, man, but some of y'all acting real girly. You know, and
Yeah.
y'all not being honorable and y'all not being trustworthy and y'all not doing any of the good things that women need to, you know,
Right.
be your partner.
Right. So, Katina, we are very transparency, i.e. the title of our podcast. So whatever you are willing to be transparent about, we welcome that. So I invited you on because we have shared some stories behind the chairs. I do your hair. And what is your take on how ghetto? You have told me it's ghetto out here, okay?
That it is.
So what's your take on, I mean, this whole thing of, you know, dating in the third chapter? You know, we've been through some things. We've experienced trauma. These guys have. And what have you noticed that's different from when we was in our 20s and 30s, if that? But, I mean, you were married.
Yeah,
Right.
I was married for 23 years. So straight out of high school.
Okay.
So then we got a divorce. when I got back out there, I was like, what in the...
It was awesome sauce.
Yeah, like, what is happening? You want me to do what? Because that in those days, men, I'm just going to be honest, was more providing, more, they would take care of you, they would do this. So when I got out there and I started seeing the differences in the men and the difference in the dating scene, it was scary.
Right. Like you be standing at the bar, the man talking to you, you paying for your own drink.
I'm like,
Yeah.
why is this happening? I mean, I got the money, but the
Yeah,
point
that's
is,
the yeah. Like, what is that? Where did the chivalry
why
go?
is this happening? Well, for me, it was a little scary because of I didn't really have a lot of experience in dating.
Yeah.
We were in high school. We were high school sweethearts. So I made so many mistakes. I mean, so many mistakes.
Whoa.
I mean,
You get the picture. Yeah.
yeah, so many mistakes because I was so trusting. I didn't do a lot of homework. I put a lot of my feelings into it really early and got ghosted or people told me lies. You know, I found out it was, oh my God, the stories are horrible. I really do need therapy. No, just playing. I mean, I do get therapy.
Right.
But I mean, so the difference for me in there, well, for both parties, I think both of us have changed. I think the woman of today has changed, and I think the man of today has changed.
Absolutely.
Especially if you're coming out of something that you've been in for 2 decades.
Yeah, that's
for me,
a long
it was
time.
2 decades.
Yeah, that's a long time.
So you're getting out there and you're seeing totally different types of ways of handling relationships. So I think the most I could just point out like right now. I mean, I'm not gonna nitpick. I'm not gonna nitpick.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I'm not gonna nitpick.
And let's talk about it.
Is the I hate to
Say
it.
it, girl. Just say
Yeah,
it.
we be
Release it.
Sassiness.
No, seriously.
Yes. I mean, I was like, you telling me your feelings about what? You know, I'm not used to that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, men back in the days, they didn't really do that. They just, I mean, maybe they need to.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's a lot of. I saw on Instagram they're saying there's a lot of men that are undiagnosed. But anyway,
What, they on the spectrum?
And all of that.
It's a whole lot of that.
but they didn't tell you, you know, about their feelings like that now.
Yes.
So now you get that, and you're like, okay, I understand. But
And sometimes
what
I
I'm
think we don't
looking
know how to-
for is somebody to be up here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need this.
Right.
That's what I need.
You
That's
coming
just me.
in at here. You coming in
coming
here.
in.
We need to
I
be.
can't.
Yeah.
You know, we not.
Yeah.
We both can't be.
We both can't.
Right, but ladies,
Come on, golden heart.
my son is 17, and I tell him it's okay to express yourself. Do not feel like you cannot be emotional with your person, with your mom, with your dad, or whatever, because that's why anytime we internalize anything, and you can back me up on this, Dr.
I got you.
Anytime we internalize things and don't really express, or do you know how hard it is to want to tell? Like, picture a secret, and only you know, and it kills you not to be able to tell anybody the secret. Eventually, you're gonna what?
It's gonna come out.
It's gonna come out, because you can't hold it. So if your person is wanting to express that, I mean, honestly, women, we don't even know how to handle it because it's so new.
Yeah.
You know,
Yes.
because I'm telling you, my husband, he had one day he just kind of like, psh,
Just tell you.
and I was like just listening because I'm like, what do I do with this? You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
yeah.
Do I, like I would my homegirl, would I counsel and then we would talk about it for a few days, or
Yeah.
do I just let him have his moment and never bring it up again? Or,
Right.
I just didn't know what to do with that. I was just silent, and I'm like,
I think that's where therapy comes in. I
You
think
know?
everybody needs therapy.
yeah, Gino
You
said,
know, everybody.
yeah.
I mean, everybody.
Yes, no,
I
for
mean,
real. No, for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do
Even
feel
kids,
like
I mean, kids, adults, yeah.
Yeah.
More than anything, the concept of therapy, I want to say, really exploded after the pandemic.
Yes.
We
can see
started
that.
to see, and research is starting to show that there was just this influx of, we're finding out the cracks in the marriages because you're spending too much time with each other.
Yes.
Children
Yes.
are going through it as well. And so now there's this huge push for therapy because of that. So one of the things that as I'm working, I'm seeing this influx of Black men, Black women, which are sometimes I was like actually unheard of, like because in the culture it's like, I'm good. When we talk about a business, that's not what we do.
Right.
And since this situation with the pandemic has really shown some true colors. It's starting to show some things. The cracks, definitely.
Yeah.
And it's starting to let us see that being married or even dating is freaking hard.
It really is.
It is so hard.
Oh, God, it's hard.
And why?
Yeah. That's a good
I'm
one.
like,
Seriously.
I'm just saying why.
But when you find the right one, it's refreshing.
And the right one for you is so subjective to what it is that what is that you want, right? And some of the things that I am seeing in my therapy sessions are people are trying to figure out what they want.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you that. Do you recommend ladies that get ready to date? They're like, okay, I'm ready, da-da-da-da. Do you recommend them writing down what they're looking for? Or
Honestly, I tell them to start looking at what I call attachment styles. So how did you grow up and how you see life in relationships depends on what you saw growing up. Right?
This is a fact, guys.
So if you grew up in a home where mom and dad yelled at each other, there was a lot of discord, there's a lot of pettiness, fighting, you're looking for that in the man because you think that's normal. I saw that growing up. That has to be the norm. So you'll end up in this cycle where you're dating kind of like your dad. You're dating the man who comes around, who's disrespectful, that does all these things, and you're trying to figure out what am I missing, and you end up staying in a cycle.
Isn't that called daddy issues?
It is. Right. I've heard of that. But it could also be mama issues. Let's talk about the mama.
Yeah,
because if daddy went
There's
around,
some
then
mama boys.
yes. Oh, Lord.
You want to talk about that?
There's
we are.
It's honestly, it's just a
write
disconnection
that
with what it is
I'm writing it down
that you grew up with. What is it that you grew up with that you need to fix within yourself? So, for instance, I grew up in a contentious home. My mom was a spitfire. Anything was on her mind, it came out. Did not matter if it hurt your feelings. And my father, my biological father, wasn't there. He was a womanizer. He did his own thing. And then, my stepfather, he loved my mom, but he was very just focused on her well-being, right? And there's just always just this disconnect with the children. It's like you are to stay in your corner and stay there. Don't be seen or heard. Stay in your corner. So I grew up with this idea that I needed to sit in my corner, be quiet, let people run me over because that's just what we do. And then I ended up marrying someone who was like that. And then when I decided to step back and focus on me and my children, I decided I wanted to rewrite my story.
Yeah.
Right? So that means I had to do therapy as well. I had to figure out what was making me tick and my triggers. And I found out I had a lot of triggers. And that's the hard part. Like how do people figure out what makes you tick in a relationship? What are your go-tos? What are your no's? Some people like a tone of voice and they're switched.
Because they're used to being hollered at and screamed at.
Yeah.
Exactly. And so recognizing that in a relationship is going to be key to understanding what it is that you want, right? In general, when it comes to that dating piece. But, I mean, if we think about it, women only just had access to banking in the 70s.
Yes, exactly. Like they couldn't get a business loan.
And
They couldn't get a house. They couldn't have their own mortgage. Couldn't get a business loan. Nothing.
And then now there's just this huge thing about women being too independent. We didn't have that.
Yes,
But that's why they're trying to take away voting for women.
Right. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, saying if you don't have the same last name that you had when you were born, you cannot vote. So if you're single,
Which is retarded.
you have your maiden name, you can't vote. But in other words, you got to be,
Right.
unmarried. What? That's just
Which is
crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy.
I heard about that. Yeah. I was having people tell me about that last night. And I was like, there's no way, right?
It's going back to the
things that are
20s and the
coming back.
30s.
But it hasn't passed, though, right?
I don't know. It's,
probably
it's on the
won't.
list of what
The 2020.
On that
person.
project, whatever.
project.
Yeah.
I think for me, because I was in a relationship so young, and we were together for so long. I shouldn't say in a relationship, I was in marriage so long. When we did get a divorce, I had to take some time away and just be like, okay, what do I want?
Yeah.
Like, what does Katina want in a man, or what does Katina want in a relationship? What does Katina want?
Yeah.
You know, I definitely didn't want that.
Right.
Okay, but I wanted.
Right.
Right.
Something. Yeah.
But I had to take some time to just explore the world.
Yeah.
You know, get out, go on self dates,
And what did that
find
look like?
out. It
Yes.
was fun. I ain't gonna even-
What, going on a self date?
It was fun
Okay. What does that look
because
like?
because again, I was in a marriage very young, and our kids were young, so my life was really my kids
And your husband.
and my husband.
Yeah.
So I didn't do all of the things that I'm doing now. I'm in a relationship now, but I'm saying I didn't do those things. Like, you know, I don't know if you guys ever seen this Instagram post. It's like, if you see me out and I'm in my 40s and 50s, leave me alone. Right. I'm living my life.
Right. Must be.
Yes,
Yeah.
because in those times, you know, I was a wife, a mother, and I didn't get out. So I had to take some time to just find out what I wanted to do and what would. And because I didn't do that at first, I made some huge mistakes in dating. Like, I met some people and I was like, girl.
Right. You looking at them like, only if you know. Only if you
Check,
know.
please. You know, this ain't it. This ain't it.
This
This ain't it.
Sounds right.
This not it. This not what you want. Men, I think the men and women these days, it's going to be challenging for us, but it's also going to be rewarding because people are being their true selves because of social media, in my opinion. I know social media can be a little too much, but it ain't too much you can hide.
True.
They going to find out who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got two friends that will find out.
Wow.
Them thumbs.
Y'all
Yeah.
better be careful.
Right.
Beware.
You know.
Right.
What was his name? Okay, girl. What?
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Did he
is
go
it
to
right
the
there?
Yeah.
Did he know the book of Tik?
Yeah.
That part.
You said class of '92. You said.
Yep.
Yep. See him right
Yeah,
there.
you can't keep a lot hidden these days.
Right.
So I'm just saying, if I had to tell anybody that's going in this direction now, first of all, find out who you are now, not what you was then, what you are now, and then what you will accept and want and make your life, enhance your life, not drain you.
Yeah. And
Right.
you know what, though? That's one of those things where I've got to commend you that not many people see that. Not many people recognize to sit by myself can be scary. Being by yourself can be scary, especially if you're not used to hearing your own voice. So if you don't take the time to step back and recognize who you are, you're no longer that 20-year-old, 18-year-old. You are in that third stage of life. So what do we do in that mid-life?
That's
right?
therapy.
Yeah, it is. It is trying to figure it out. Yeah, but you know what though? And you know, I have found that there's some people that just don't want to do that because it hurts.
They don't want to go to therapy.
They don't even want to figure out.
Yes.
Not even so much therapy.
So they
just
don't wanna
even
open
ask
up that
questions.
box.
They don't want to talk about
It's
it.
like a Pandora's
Yes.
box.
It's like they don't want to
is.
talk about it and bring it up. All
So
those
they just
feelings again.
continue to make the same dating mistakes, and then we have the ones who go on social media, and then they're automatically all black men, all Asian men, all this, and it's just this idea that we're generalizing a behavior that you're seeing objectively to be, I mean, subjectively to be objective, to like everyone does this, which we know is not true.
Right.
We know that.
wonder
and
why.
It is. You know, it's one of those things where when you are stuck in a phase or a way of thinking, especially if that's what you grew up with, that's not very easily turned off. That does take a lot of self-reflection, and like I said, it sucks to look inside, especially
Yeah,
if you
it's
have
a
to
little
take the time.
hard.
Yeah.
But it's so accessible.
Right.
But it's like it's right there at the cusp. But who wants to do that? Let's just go
Insurance paid for some
jumping
of it,
from
yeah.
bed to bed. Just jump around and not face my truth. Let me just go to these different men, different women, whatever it looks like, and just stay in that flow because it hurts too much to look at
Right.
the other way around.
Right.
I mean, is that where they come up with the avoidance?
Yeah, so there are different. I'm glad the different stages of attachment.
I'm learning some new things.
Avoidance, yeah, absolutely. Being avoidant. There's been studies that have shown different phases or different stages of development, but as well as of attachment. And within these studies that were conducted in psychology, there is this recognition that our parents have a huge component to how we look at the world. So if our parents are dismissive, they're, not giving us what we need, we grow up in a sense of like, okay, well, I didn't get what I needed, so I'm going to try to get out in the world, but I don't know what I'm looking for. So we have that cycle. Right? And then we have those who are, like, for instance, I grew up in a home where sometimes I'd get some good attention and the other times I don't. And so it was called disorganized. So I was always like,
Okay.
what do I do? I don't know which way to go,
Yeah.
right? But what I did purposely as a mother was I had to fix that. I had to fix that insecurity so I can become secure. So my children are called secure attached.
Wow.
And in order to change that, I had to change a lot of things in me, though. I had to open up that Pandora's box, sob the ugly cry.
Right.
Ooh, that
Have the ugly cry. Oh, it's so ugly.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
It's good ugly cry. And it's not everywhere. And but that was cathartic, and that enabled me to have there's this saying I saw where I came from the generation what was called the bedroom kids. We were the kids that stayed in the bedroom. We didn't come out.
What? Yeah. Look,
Yeah,
all
go to your room.
That's new.
Yeah.
That's
Go to your
new.
room.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then I'm raising the living room kids. The ones that don't want to be in our bedroom because they're too busy trying to get up in your business. So they want to play. They want to sit in the living room. They want to, Mom, what you doing? And that's not what I grew up with. So my parents, I remember they're like, why are your kids so happy and all over you? I'm like, well, that's just how I'm raising them.
Right.
I want them to be happy and loving.
I probably would have been happy with you too. You didn't put me in my room.
Right. So what about the kids you don't make them stay in their room, but they would rather be in their room?
You know what though? I mean, but
Yeah.
that also depends on like the security of the family, right?
Okay.
If the family's like, "Oh, babe, you good? Go do your thing. Go to the room." I can see that that's like not a big thing. My daughter stays in the room, but she's a teenager, so that makes sense.
Yeah, something.
It's just that developmental
there's
stage.
a difference. Yeah, because that's where they at now.
Yeah,
Right.
but then there's times when she comes in my room and I'm like, I love you,
Yes.
but please get
Yeah, all in
get
my
out.
bed.
Yeah.
You've been in my bathroom. Yeah.
Out.
Right.
Get out.
But there's so much love there. But I'm being purposeful because I want my daughter, and my son is actually married right now.
Okay.
But I'm watching him be the husband, and that it's beautiful to see him because he's very communicative. But those are the things I had to steal in him
Right.
because he wouldn't have gotten that from anyone else if he not grew up watching mom communicate frustration.
Yeah.
And then just being honest, and taking time to yourself, and being okay with it. So it's just they're seeing what I'm doing because I want them to have healthy relationships, but they have to know what it looks like.
Right. And that's interesting you say that, like, how your parent raises you, you tend to carry that on with you and do the things. But sometimes, like for me, for example, I saw that and was like, I don't want to do that. Now, I know some people say they don't want to do that, and they end up doing it anyway.
Right.
But I can honestly say I saw some things and was like, I'm not going to do that. And so I intentionally made sure I didn't. But the other things, I was like, yeah, it worked. I'm going to do it because it worked. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but it's crazy that some people can't decipher or acknowledge that was not such a good parental.
That's good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That wasn't such a good. That doesn't make it right just
It
because
doesn't
it was
make it right.
done.
Exactly.
Doesn't make
Yeah.
it right.
That,
you know
that
what I'm
idea
saying?
that just shut up and sit
Right.
down.
Right.
And
So,
then your
so
kid is
example for
talking-
me,
Yeah.
my mother didn't hug me.
Yeah.
But you know what? Me, I'm looking like, shit, that girl work hard. She working 7 days a week,
Yeah.
13 hours a day. She tired. I didn't see nothing wrong with it. She tired. Mama tired. You know what I mean? And that's how it was. My dad worked three jobs. He didn't even need to. He just work, you know? And I didn't get a lot of that either. But they were always tired. They were either working or asleep.
Yeah.
And I just looked at it like they just trying to provide for their family.
Yeah.
So then when I started having kids, I was like, okay, I got this to do, because we got to do this. And again, I created a space where it wasn't time for that sit down, let's do this. How was your day at school? I was like, did you do your homework? Okay, well, you blah, 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 you know, and I'm again working long hours until I started saying, you know what, stop. But I noticed in my kids, it wasn't because I thought it was wrong, because that's all I knew. It was because I saw that they weren't those kind of kids and they needed it. So I had to make a conscious decision to come here.
Yeah.
How was school today?
Because they're tree
Give mommy a
huggers.
hug.
This generation's tree
They are
huggers.
tree huggers.
They need it.
They're so whimsical.
Yeah.
They are.
I actually agree.
They are. They are.
Seriously.
I feel
Very
like, yeah,
And they're very emotional.
yes, I'm not fulfilled in this class because, you know,
And be meaning it.
to the depths of their soul. And if you don't empathize and
Yes.
or even listen, Mackenzie, my youngest, she told me I scarred her. I'm like, what? And they hold on.
Yes.
Oh my God. This girl said one time we went to somebody's graduation party. She had to be 7 or 8 years old. And she was dancing with this guy he was a guest, and he was I don't even know the politically correct word. He wasn't as smart as the others. Okay. And so she, kind of like you, golden heart, she went and danced with him, and she was out there and they was getting it. And I said, well, it's time to go home. I didn't even know she was dancing with this. He was an adult, but with a child's mind.
Yeah.
I didn't even know she was over there doing it. Anyway, long story short, she was dancing with him. I said, well, it's time to go. Y'all got to get ready for school tomorrow. And she was devastated. She was like, but he needs a friend, and and da-da-da-da.
Yeah.
Then we went home. She got in her room, and she was crying. And she's like, Mom, I said, what you crying for? And she was like, but I was dancing with my friend. I was like, she said, can you? I said, I ain't got time for that. Go over there and get your clothes. She held on to that story. She said, you put your hand in my face and said you didn't have time for a hug. And that scarred me. I was like, I don't even remember what she was talking
That
about.
you let her do that shows the depth of security.
Yeah, but
Because technically, you could have been like, "Skat."
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
you could have. But I love the fact that you gave her the opportunity to even say that. 'Cause
Yeah.
that right there just shows like security. And
She
it's
spoke her truth.
she did. I let her do it too.
Yeah.
I want to talk about why you called Kay. What you called her?
A tree, golden heart. Yeah, let's get back on this
No,
dating
the
stuff.
golden.
Let's get back on the dating
Talk
stuff.
about this golden.
'Cause I squirreled over to the kids. Let's
Yeah,
talk about this dating.
You did squirrel.
I'll edit it out.
I want to know
I'll edit it
how
out.
did you, no, leave it.
Okay.
Listen. So you not single no more
No.
in this climate. Where'd you get them from? How'd you
Okay.
Yeah, where you
You
get?
gotta get the ladies the tea, because girl, they over here struggling, child.
She dating and she found a dater.
No. So honestly, I went through a really scandalous type of breakup.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, it was scandalous.
Right?
Grab your
Wait a minute.
Right.
If you want to be on the show or you have a show idea, email us at transparencyinthechair@outlook.com, or you can visit our website at transparencyinthechair.hair. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok, but watch our full episodes on YouTube. Transparency in the Chair, y'all. Let's get transparent.
Put on your stress aside and let the music take you anywhere like tide. Cause it's me they calling the real loco. Mass play when I on the floor. Gal bend over and touch their toe. Every